Good morning, Dan Delmar in for David and Elias today. David is back tomorrow. A new survey shows 6 in 10 Quebecers, at least according to the poll, say they want the province to gain full powers in immigration. And that same number believe that Quebec should welcome fewer immigrants over the next 3 years. Is the Liberal Party of Quebec still willing to go to bat for immigration? Joining us is Morin, MNA and Liberal official opposition critic on immigration. Hello, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Delmar.
How are you today?
I'm fine, you?
Excellent. What are your thoughts on this new survey? This would suggest, at least according to the poll, that a majority of Quebecers are uncomfortable with immigration levels as they are currently.
I mean, two things. Definitely when you look at the numbers of refugees, which is important, Quebec did its part more than any other provinces in Canada, and for that reason, I think that the federal government should also assist and recognize that fact, and also Premier Legault should talk to his counterparts in other provinces, in order to have a better way of finally accepting these refugees in Canada. But when you look, for instance, at the temporary workers, even though the number is significant, what I have to say on that is Mr. Legault is responsible in a significant part for the numbers, because when you look at the figures since his election, the numbers of temporary workers have increased significantly. And I mean, he knows that according to his own statistics. And in addition, I asked a question, I think it was the last day of the session at the National Assembly, to the Minister of Immigration, asking her how would she react to the inconsistencies of his government. You have the Premier Legault who says there's too much temporary worker, but by the same token, the same government is sending missions abroad in order to recruit them. So, I mean, at some point, get your act together.
So the poll is surprising to me, and I'm curious if you believe it, frankly, because it would suggest a majority of Quebecers are uncomfortable with the status quo in immigration. Do you think that's the case? Do you think most Quebecers are that as uncomfortable as the poll suggests?
Well, I mean, I didn't do a scientific study of the poll. I mean, a poll is a picture of one day, depending on who you're asking to. But what I can tell you, though, is in my work as a critic in immigration, I've met many employers, companies, many farmers, and when I ask them about the temporary workers and the numbers, because Mr. Legault obviously is targeting them, they say, well, you know what? If I don't have these workers, these temporary workers, I will have to close my farm. I mean, I was in Saint-Hyacinthe a few weeks ago, and I met an owner of a dairy farm. And he has now received, and he has hired employees, temporary workers from France. And he told me that they're essential to the farm. I also met people in Saint-Rémy, Saint-Constant, well, they're growing vegetable. And many of them told me, well, if we don't have these temporary workers working in the field, I won't be able to grow that type of vegetable. So, I mean, we have to be consistent and think about these people, because Premier Legault is referring to numbers and numbers. The Minister of Immigration does the same thing. But behind these numbers, we have people. And these people are coming in, working, doing essential job. So I think that we have to be careful when we look at figures, and immigration is something that we deal mostly and essentially with humans, and we should not forget that.
Morin joins us, Liberal opposition critic on immigration. The talk of the referendum, to me, is a bit strange. I'm not sure that there's a groundswell of Quebecers who want to go to the polls on this question, or who even have an in-depth understanding of immigration powers and how that functions. I take it, would really rather avoid a referendum on this or any issue.
Oh, well, definitely. Absolutely right. I mean, I think it's a bluff. It's kind of type of negotiation technique or strategy from Premier Legault to put pressure on the federal. I mean, if you want to have a referendum on a specific aspect, well, first of all, you will have to amend the act, and it will take a lot of time. I don't think it's realistic. Frankly, I think it's a bluff.
Yeah, fair. I've said that before as well in my political analysis. I think it would be a very odd exercise. But do you think there's the danger in getting too heated over this discussion that we start to have a bigger PR problem in Quebec and start to turn people off this place when it is actually one of the most tolerant places on earth?
Yeah, I mean, Quebecers are very tolerant people, and I think that Premier Legault should be very careful when he said those things. I mean, we need immigrants. We have an immigration department, a francisation sector, integration. So, I mean, we have to be careful. As I said previously, and I started like that, yeah, we receive too many refugees. There's a pressure on that. And there should have a more consistent approach across Canada, and other provinces should help as well. But when you look at student and temporary workers, as I said, I mean, in many, many, many cases, we need those people. And they're human people, and we should take care of them. That's very important. And there's another thing also in terms of immigration I would like to raise and to mention to you, and I'm referring to family reunion. We, in Quebec, people to have their spouse coming and live with their family, they have to wait 31, 32 months compared to 12 months across Canada, which is unacceptable. And I've also suggested to the Minister of Immigration a way to solve his waiting list. I mean, it's to just look at the waiting list, first of all, and prioritize those files. Nothing has happened. And again, I mean, these people are just waiting to be together with their family. They're humans. And I don't understand, except for the kind of dogmatism from the minister, that she cannot do something to have this family reunion, again, more faster compared to what's happening across Canada.
We have to run, but one quick question on the leadership, since you're here, we should ask. And this week we heard the sad news that Carl Blackburn has withdrawn his candidacy from the leadership of the Quebec Liberals due to a health crisis that he's going through. We wish him the best of luck, of course. But what is your thought on the status of the leadership race, and are you a bit concerned, perhaps, given this development?
Well, first of all, I wish that Mr. Blackburn will recover completely. I mean, and I think that he, frankly, made the right decision. Health is the most important thing, family. But, I mean, there will be other candidates. Some will announce probably their race soon. And what I think that what the Quebec Liberal Party needs is a real race with a lot of ideas and with real debate. And that's good for everybody, and that's my wish for the leadership race.
Andre Morin, Liberal official opposition critic on immigration. Thanks so much for your time.
My pleasure. Have a good day.
Same to you. On the way, we're going to get to some news about the heat wave going through Montreal, see how transit, the Flow charging stations getting a major boost, which means more charging stations for you. That's next.